Welcome back. We are still talking about security concepts, and today we're going to talk about zero trust. I have a video that compared zero trust with 0 day. They are two completely different things, just that they sound similar. People get confused. That's why I have that video. Today, I'm just talking about security concept, zero trust. So zero trust, if a while back, what companies used to do was say that if you're within this region, if you're within this area, then you can access our network, right? But that went straight down the road, the drain, because, thieves are getting greedier and greedier. So they can actually be within your network, within your company. In fact, they can be in your company and still be bad actors, right? So now they have moved, organizations have moved from, okay, if you're in this region, then you can access our network, to trust, but verify everyone. Do not just assume that the fact that they are in the building means they are safe, right? So everything, they go through verifications upon verifications upon verifications to make sure that even though we gave you the access, we still always want to make sure that you are the person accessing our network, especially since post-pandemic. Before pandemic, a lot of people were going in person. Then pandemic hit, and some companies did not go back to in person, right? They remained remote. The people working remote are higher than the people working in person, I think. Maybe not anymore, because companies are calling back their employees. So people, you don't even have to be in California to work in California. You don't have to be in New York to work in New York. So they have moved away from, hey, if you're within our network environment, then we'll give you access to our network. It's no longer, actually, it's a very bad idea. So now they are doing the zero trust. That's meaning, do not automatically assume that because I am logging in as someone you have employed or as an employee, you are going to give me access to everything. Now, for some companies, when you log in into your account, you still don't have access to the entire network. They only give you what you need to get your work done. So there are a few things in place. Zero trust can be very hard to accomplish. You have to put a few things in place, because now, again, hackers are getting greedier and greedier. Thieves are getting wilder and wilder. So even MFA is not enough. You have to do defense in depth, kind of, So there are a few things that you can do to ensure zero trust. The first one, and it's in no particular order. Some companies do 2 of it. Other companies do all of it. A more mature company will probably do most of it, right? And less or small companies probably will do 1 or 2 less costly ones. And then one of it is MFA. MFA is easy, it's cheap. What you do is that I log in as Mr. Johnson, and then you send another message. There's another way. So just your password is one way factor of authentication, right? And then you can add maybe a thumb scan, which will be another authentication. Or you can add, the very common one is that they send a text to your phone to verify the numbers that are on your screen and on your phone. You verify it on your phone, or in an email, or they'll say, hey, we want to call you and send you a code. Type in that code. That makes it 2-factor authentication. Some companies go even further, and that's why these days it's no longer 2-factor authentication. It's multi-factor authentication, meaning it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5. Network segmentation, you see. The fact that you are an employee of a company doesn't mean we're giving you access to everything. One of the surest way to contain any attack or any risk, any vulnerability, is by microsegmentation, where you break your network into mini chunks, like different chunks, and then you put firewalls in place for each one of them, so that if one segment is attacked, at least you can contain it in that segment, and it won't spread to, the threat won't spread to all the other segments that you have in the company. For large organizations, this is a great way to ensure that at least, even if you don't see this attack or this vulnerability or this threat, at least you are sure that it's not going to spread to all the entire network. So network segmentation is a great way to ensure that a bad act is contained. Another way to ensure zero trust is least privilege. If an employee doesn't need, only needs read, then don't give them right? Read as in all they need to do is use the app. They don't need to alter the app. They don't need to modify the app. They don't need to write codes. Don't give them that privilege if they don't need it. Don't just assume that they don't need it, so they are not going to use it. Don't give them that access, so that if their account is hacked or if their account is compromised in any way, then the bad actor will only have read. They will not be able to do any coding or change anything. So least privileges that give them only what they need to get their work done. That's it. And another way to ensure zero trust is encryption. Encrypt data at rest, encrypt data in transit. Anything in storage should be encrypted. Anything that is in transit should be encrypted, so that if a hacker gets into your system, it's not like, oh wow, all this information is just freely stored or moving or being processed, and they can be, the middleman can just get it so easily and view everything regardless. No. So encrypt data at rest, encrypt data in transit. Verify all devices. That's another way to ensure zero trust. All devices must be verified. Don't just assume that, because this is a laptop of one of our employees, so that's great. No. All devices must be verified. Make sure that only company approved, only trusted devices are on your in your network, and this can be done by only allowing company laptops, company monitors, company devices, even company phones. Another way to ensure zero trust is continuous monitoring. You just have to monitor, see all the devices that are coming in, see all the devices that are going out, all the flows, all the data flows in and out. Monitor all of these. Look out for red flags and for established companies, there are people that all they're doing is looking at logs, that it's the SIEM, and looking at logs and making sure that any data inflow, any activities that are coming into a network are all acceptable activities. Another way of ensuring zero trust is strict access controls. And one of them we talked about, which is multi-factor authentication. Just verify everyone, verify every single person. Do password resets and 90-day password reset, 1-year password reset, whatever it takes, whatever works for your company. So that's one more thing. There are so many other different ones, but I'm going to leave it to these ones that I can actually speak to and that I use at work. And the main thing with zero trust is verify all devices, verify everybody, verify whether they're employee, anyone coming into your network, verify them, verify ID, check everyone. And then don't just trust that the fact that they have company laptop, it means they are good actors. It could have been missing. The laptop could have been anywhere. So verify every identification, verify every device. Don't assume trust. All right. I hope this has thrown some light onto you. Let me know if you have any other thing to say to zero trust, or any way to make it easily understandable, or if I left anything out, put it in the comments and let the community discuss this whole point in the comments section. All right, thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit the notification button if you're already subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification button, and let's learn together. All right, I'll see you in the next video.